Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of On Campus here on the Solano College Sports Network. We're here in the Solano College Sports Network studio. I'm Robert Murray. This is Jeremiah Tzun. Thankful enough to have him join us from the sports medicine program. We're going to ask him a little bit of questions today, get to know him a little better, and the program of sports medicine a little better. But my first question for you is, how did you find out about hearing about the sports medicine at Solano?
So at first I was just taking like kinesiology classes, sports medicine classes. And then in one of my classes there was like I guess a student athletic trainer already, and he was working with our professor. And one day I had mentioned to our head athletic trainer, Kristen, that I was like gonna be doing an internship in the summer. And she saw that I like had a lot of interest in the sports medicine field kind of. So she had asked me, would you be interested in probably, joining the program, the sports medicine program here at Solano?
So you'd say Kristen was a big motivation and why, and big person in your life, why you wanted to go and do this program?
For sure, she was the one that introduced it to me. And I had actually been looking for an opportunity sort of like it, to be a part of. So thankfully that she opened the door for me.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that she was able to help you get here at Solano and do the sports medicine program. What made you want to pursue a career path like this, like a little deeper in detail? Like, what made you like figure out sports medicine was a thing and like I want to do that with my life?
I've always been like a huge sports person. So I played soccer since I was really young, probably 5 years old. And I've always seen like on TV the athletic trainers like running onto the field, helping out the players that got injured. So I would always tell everyone like, that was kind of what I wanted to do. Um, and then what really drove me to continue to want to pursue a sports medicine career was all my injuries. So I've had spine injuries, I've had knee injuries, and that really motivated me to, you know, pursue a career in sports medicine.
So you'd say injuries were a big reason why you pursued the career and pretty much ended you playing soccer at a higher level, say college or even beyond that. It was probably a first dream you had at first, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, for sure. I remember I was supposed to be going to UC Berkeley for soccer, and then that was literally the game before I was like, oh, getting seen by coaches was when I ripped my knee, and that was when that ended, and then my drive to pursue medicine was that's when that started.
Yeah, I mean, injuries are a big killer. It, that killed my career a lot playing baseball. I just was so injury prone. I was like, no, what, let me get to the sports broadcasting side of things. That's why I'm here today. But back to you. You do work on the sidelines at Solano games, right? Like basketball and baseball, I
Yeah,
believe.
I've worked volleyball, basketball, women's soccer, baseball, and I think that's been I've worked on the
And
sidelines.
how would you say that has gone for you so far in your sports medicine career, like working those games, like helping out and talking to athletes and getting their ideas? And you know exactly how they feel in that position. You say tearing up your knee in your career, but I think that more empathetic approach really helps out probably.
Yeah, it definitely does. Just being on the sideline. I mean, of course, watching sports. Who doesn't like it? That was like icing on a cake, just watching sports, but also being there, lending a hand to our head athletic trainers like Kristen and Megan, and learning from them as well has been really great.
Well, I'm glad that they can help you out there on the sidelines, especially when probably gets pretty intense when a player does get hurt and your adrenaline's pumping and you have to rush out there and help them for sure.
For sure.
Where do you see yourself in a few years, though? Do you see yourself continuing on in this or pivoting a little bit more?
Yeah, so in a few years, I do see myself going to medical school. I want to become a surgeon. Um, but
Fantastic.
yeah, it would be for sure a surgeon. I've kind of been thinking cardiothoracic, orthopedic, neurosurgeon,
And exactly what do cardiothoracic surgeons really do?
working on the heart.
Working on the heart?
Yeah, that taking anatomy here actually kind of inspired me. Like I really like working with the heart and seeing how that works.
I mean, the heart's like obviously probably the pretty much most important thing besides your brain and the body. It helps
Right,
pump the flow through your body, keeps you alive pretty much.
for sure.
Um, what's the best moment you've had in this sports medicine program? Like, is it going to the games or is it in the classroom learning? What is it? Like your
Um,
greatest moment. It could be friends, anything like that.
I think that, I mean, pretty much, I don't know which would be the best. I would say, kind of, um, I would say that probably the best experience I've had here was, I mean, I wouldn't say it was the best for the athlete, but
Right.
somebody had um, broken their ankle, and I was like one of the first ones that attended that athlete when she broke her ankle, and I think that that was like something um, that kind of inspired me to keep going because I saw how the athletic trainer I was working with at that day was Megan. So like kind of seeing how she responded, how we um, things were just it was chaotic, and how Megan responded and kind of brought that down to like a normal level. That's what I look to be in the future sometime.
Obviously, not the best moment for the athlete, but
Right,
a good moment in your heart, feeling like you helped someone out truly that day and making their day a little bit easier after an injury like that is
for
pretty
sure.
brutal.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk a little bit more about your program. Would you recommend students to take it and get more educated on sports medicine?
Yes, I would definitely say anybody that's joining the sports medicine program to get familiar with their anatomy. Um, for sure, um, I would say try to socialize a little more. I had trouble socializing at first, especially with athletes I don't really know. And sometimes the athletes could be a little like, um, there's like this, not tyranny, but you're just kind of shy of all the athletes, right?
Right.
So,
Athlete, it can be pretty intimidating going up
yeah,
to people you don't know. You're like, oh, these people are athletes. I feel like athletes at any level you do that really. You're like, get scared of them for some reason, even though they're all just normal people at
yeah,
the end
for
of the
sure.
day.
Yeah, so I would say definitely being able to socialize, get comfortable with people, um, and I think just having a good teamwork skills because there's some days that um, there's a lot of athletes that need something. So being able to work with other students and your head athletic trainers, that's something important coming into it.
Well, I'd like to thank you for joining us here today, Jeremiah. It's been incredible here on the Solano College Sports Network on this episode of On Campus. My name is Robert Murray. Once again, Jeremiah Zun. And that was about sports medicine and everything like that. And we'll see you next time here on the Solano College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
for more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.